Hi Guy, day 3 of my Japan blog. It's been a bit of a long day walking wise. Where do we go first of all? I went to the Sony building this morning. Basically they just, it's like a showroom of Sony goods and TVs and PlayStations and PSPs, and it's one of those things that sounds really amazing in theory, but when I got there it was just a bit like, it's like walking an electronics superstore. You had like 6 floors literally packed with TVs and computers and cameras and stuff for sale, with a few demonstrations of it going on, but you just couldn't get involved because it was all in Japanese. And then when you got to the final top floor, they had like a 3D display, which was sort of interesting, you know, like darkened rooms, special 3D glasses, and you watch this 10-15 minute video, just animals in the wild, and it wasn't all that great, to be honest. It wasn't my choice to go. Like, this time down to my mate, but you know, we went anyway. It was an experience. I mean, one thing I would like to visit at some point, if possible, is maybe the Honda Museum with that walking robot. I think it's Osimodo or Osimos or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. With that out of the way, even though we did get lost on the train station for a while, we got mixed up. I will actually say some very good things about the train station. I mean, it's true what they say. It's absolutely incredible. They are very busy first thing in the morning and later on at night, mostly because, you know, rush hour and people running to and from work and stuff. But even if you miss a train, there's 1-2-3 minutes later. It's absolutely incredible. They're clean, they're always on time. I think maybe out of all the trains I've travelled on this week, one was late by a minute. And you know, a single minute, it was just nothing. Unbelievable. Like I said, they do get incredibly packed though. And I didn't have my camera with me at the time, but early on in the day I was at one station, I think it was Roppongi, and yeah, what an odd name, Roppongi even, anyway. And you know, absolutely cram packed with people getting in and off these carriages. Insane. Anyway, yeah, so my throat's a bit croaky at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on there. I think it's just because I've had a long day. I'm absolutely knackered, so I thought I'd take some time and do the video. But yes, in the afternoon we went to Akihabara, which, as I'm sure you're all well aware of, is pretty much the electric city of Japan. You know, it's supposed to be packed with games, computers, electronic goods, microwaves, well, there's that comes, microwaves, washing machines, you know, stuff like that. I will say I was a bit disappointed when I got there. You know, I was expecting this gaming mecca, and just walking around the streets of it and the back streets, it's not all that big. And I found one, which was the legendary Super Potato, which you're going to see either on the end of this video or whenever, when I sort it all out, which was incredible, by the way. You weren't allowed to take cameras in there, or you know, digital cameras, or take pictures. They did ask, but I did manage to sneak a few pictures as I was walking around. Of course, I did the old footage out back, so there is something to look at. But yeah, I mean, it was incredible. I couldn't believe how much retro stuff was in there. You had like 3 or 4 floors. One floor just packed with like Famicom, Super Famicom, Master System, Mega Drive era, that sort of thing. Then you went up a floor, and then it went on to like PlayStation, Sega Saturn. I was a bit disappointed because I did promise somebody that I would get them a couple of Dreamcast memory cards, but I could not find any of what they wanted boxed for love nor money. Plenty loose, you know, and hung up on the shelf, but I just could not find any box, so I just had to leave them in the end, and I'm a bit gutted by that. I'm really sorry, but you know, that's the way things are. And I did walk around a few other streets having a look, but I just did not see any other like retro gaming shops, so I don't know what's happened there. Maybe there was some and they've shut down, but there was just nothing from what we saw. And we did go, like, it was a big square block of stuff, and we just couldn't find any more. Maybe I'll find something else. later on in the holiday. I don't know. I mean, I know Luke Morse goes to Hard Off, I think it's called, which sends up a lot of retro stuff. I've not seen anywhere we are, but again, I'm here for another week, so I'll have a look into it. In fact, later on, I'm going to go downstairs to the guest lounge and have a look at the internet, because it's free down there, and then see if I can track one down. But yeah, also on the top floor was like a retro gaming centre, which was just packed full of arcade machines. A bit similar to my business idea, funnily enough. With all like, it didn't have a cafe as such, but it did have vending machines. It's pretty popular, you know, Neo Geo arcade cabs, classic gaming arcades, just loads and loads of stuff. And I think I managed to get some pictures of it. Anyway, have a look later and see what you think. Great place. But I did buy a load of stuff. It wasn't too expensive, but a few items were pushing on it. The problem with getting stuff from Japan, I found in the past, especially for like the PC Engine and so on, is when you buy it from Japan, I mean, it's usually fairly decent price, you know, £3, £4, £5 whatever, but then you have to pay about £6 or £7 shipping, which is just it's scandalous, because if the more you buy, it doesn't come down, it gets more and more expensive because of the weight, and it's just pointless doing it unless you've just got a lot of spare cash hanging around. So I saw this as an opportunity to get some really good stuff that I thought was rare. But first up, because I know Ian Wilson will be itching to see these, I got him a few Mega Drive Japanese games. Now, what they tend to do in Super Potato is they wrap them in like cellophane. I don't know if you see that, it's really shiny. This is Afterburner 2, 704. I think he might actually have this, I just couldn't remember the time. The problem is, like I said, they wrap them really well and reseal them all. And because of that, you can't get inside to see what the cartridge and the manual is like. So I just went through a few titles and picked up the ones which I thought looked like they were immaculate underneath. And then we got another one for him. I think this is a weird sort of strategy game. It was only 294 yen though, and again it looked in immaculate condition. He'll probably do it. I'm not sure if he's done a video of this or not. I don't know. Anyway, then another cheap one for me. Populous. This is a classic. Now this is probably playable because looking at the pictures on the back, maybe you can see that, but the text there is actually in English. So you know, anyway, it looked immaculate. It was another game for him. Then next up was Volfeed, which is, I think that's a sort of shooter. That was 294 yen. And then last but not least for Ian, we've got Columns, which I'm sure you all know about. Again, it looked like it was in immaculate pack condition, 189 yen. If you're wondering how much that is, the way I work it out as, a McDonald's meal over here is approximately 550 yen, which works out at about a fiver in the UK. So call it 500 yen to a fiver. It should give you an idea of the price. So yeah, on to the next ones. These are all for me now. I picked up Load Runner for the PC Engine. There's no pictures on the back, they're all the same as this. This was 189 yen, you know, next to nothing. Then one I've been after for a while actually, and I've seen it going on eBay for silly prices, was Heavy Unit, and it was 294 yen, you know, absolute bargain. Then this was very expensive, but again I think Ian knows I've been after this for a while on the Mega Drive, but I thought what the hell, I saw it on the PC Engine, and it's New Zealand Story, and that was 1974 yen, which is a bit expensive, but I have it in the holiday money, so why not.